Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Huber begins now.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. First tonight, continued closures along one of the state's major highways is threatening local businesses and surrounding communities. Following the October floods, the sideling remains shut off to motorists, impacting visitation and morale in the region.
Still open for business, but struggling to make ends meet. Kerry Sinclair, owner of the Nunamara shop, is battling road closures and diminishing visitation.
When we found out that the sign said Tasman Highway closed, we had no one. No traffic. Everybody thought we were closed. They shut us down and, yeah, it got scary.
A landslip along the sideling the cause following the October floods, forcing State Growth to close the major thoroughfare heading into Scottsdale. Minister for Infrastructure Michael Ferguson says the closure is necessary for the safety of the public, but it's businesses bearing the brunt.
I mean, we've lost over $90,000 in 13 weeks.
With lack of communication a key concern.
No warning. We only found out off a truck driver 3 days before they closed the road down.
The government is very upfront about what's happening on the St Mary's Road. We would like to see the same kind of transparency and communication around the sideling.
But the government says the department has worked closely with the owners of the Nunamara store to manage the impacts of the closure, installing significant road signage. The signs managing to increase sales by $200 a day, still not enough to support the shop. Carrying a financial and mental burden, Kerry has also lost 2 staff and is working 12-hour days, 7 days a week just to get by.
I'm not going to go down without a fight. We've looked into it. There's no reimbursements for this little shop, even though it was flood effective.
It's not fair on businesses and it's not fair on commuters and tourists.
Restoration of the sideling is progressing. The department says it's working as quickly as possible and the road is expected to be open in mid-February, weather depending.
We won't give up. We're little battlers.
Adamant the doors will remain open. McKenna Bailey, 7 Tasmania News.
To some developing news now, and emergency services are responding to a serious single vehicle crash near Strawn. The incident on Henty Road was reported just after 4:30 this afternoon. Motorists are asked to avoid the area until further notice. Authorities are predicting tomorrow to be Tasmania's highest rated fire weather day this season. Temperatures exceeded 30 degrees today, the hot weather sparking vegetation fires in the Underwood area, at Stonehenge near Tunick, in Butler's Gorge and at Alberton.
In recent weeks, we haven't seen a great deal of rainfall in Tasmania, so our fuels are starting to dry out, which is leading to elevated fire weather conditions.
Tomorrow is expected to be cooler, but the wind could see conditions worsen.
Winds make fires difficult to control. There is significant growth.
Tasmanians are being urged to double-check their fire plans tonight. A $10 million federal government grant awarded to the City of Launceston for the city's creative precinct has been withdrawn, with the government saying an agreement was unable to be reached. A bus mall was also touted for the area. More recently, a proposal for a car park was received. More than 80 people have spent the day hiking in Tasmania's heat with smiles on their faces as part of a global movement. Their tough work all part of the Way to Cygnet pilgrimage, which first started in 2016.
Trekking through Tasmania's breathtaking environment on a scorching hot day.
There's some absolutely amazing scenery out here. Beautiful little farmlets, hills, dales, streams.
It is really hot and there's a lot of hills involved in this first part.
Around 80 people participating in the 2-day Way to Cygnet pilgrimage. Even the Governor was getting in her steps.
It's a walk for people of faith, be it Christianity, Buddhism or any other faith, or it's a walk for people who wish to reflect who don't have any faith.
There's something about nature that gives you that calmness, that serenity and that connection to self.
The venture started at the Mountain River Community Hall this morning and will finish at the Church of James tomorrow.
We actually have some people from Cygnet Folk Festival come and teach us a little chant that we'll sing.
The walk was established in 2016, inspired by Spain's El Camino de Santiago pilgrimage.
The Santiago pilgrimage made the scallop shell its sign. All along the 700 or 800 kilometre route, there are signs of shells.
Each person also bringing a symbolic stone that won't join them on the return home.
It represents your burdens, things you've worried about, things that have caused you stress, things that you're pondering, you know, any sort of issue, concern, question.
A further 800 people are taking part in the pilgrimage across almost 50 countries, the community connecting with one another through social media. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
Hobart Hurricane stars have taken the time to meet adoring cricket fans today. Community members turned out in droves to the Beach Bonanza event hosted by the club at Bellreef Beach, with the next generation embracing the warm weather and showing off their skills with the bat.
We want to encourage as many people, boys and girls, to play the game, be active, be healthy, playing cricket, enjoying it, teamwork, having fun.
The Canes will face off against Sydney Thunder at home tomorrow. Australian surfing legend Layne Beachley has landed in Tasmania to share her years of wisdom from the pro circuit. The world champion is looking to encourage more women to flock to the waves and embrace the sport.
A once-in-a-lifetime lesson for these newcomers on Clifton Beach, with a 7-time world champion alongside to help them learn the ropes.
Giving us a physical outlet, a strong connection, surrendering to a force that's way more powerful than us. It has so many mental, emotional and physical benefits.
Layne Beachley was the centrepiece of the 3rd Women in Waves session backed by Surfing Tasmania.
We have a broad cross-section of abilities and experience, but ultimately it's been full of joy and positivity.
A starstruck moment for some to hit the surf alongside their idol.
I love to surf and I've always really wanted to meet Layne Beachley.
I definitely watched a bit of her surfing and heard her name a lot, so it was amazing to have and a female Aussie winning all these titles.
The aim of the day to give locals a look into life on the board, in a hope more females will take to Tasmanian waterways.
Really want to encourage more women to experience the benefits of surfing. This isn't about creating world champions, this is about increasing levels of participation.
On the land, participants also stretched their way into the superstars' favourite recovery method.
Yoga is my only form of training other than surfing, and it's a really important foundational base for us to learn to help keep our body strong but also flexible.
Helping some walk away with their goal to catch a wave. Grace Evans, 7 Tasmania News.
American Lauren Davis has claimed victory in the Hobart International Decider, taking out her 2nd career title. The 29-year-old kept her cool in the scorching heat, proving too strong for Italian rookie Elisabetta Cocchiaretta.
A history-making debut was the 2nd Italian finalist in Hobart. Elisabetta Cocchiaretta brought the intensity early.
Right into the corner, on the paint.
15-13.
How brave is that?
In a battle of the tournament's underdogs, the danger side of Lauren Davis appeared.
Wow, where did that come from Lauren Davis? Full stretch forehand winner.
Battling scorching temperatures in Hobart, neither player was backing down from the tight contest. Sharp serving by Davis, taking the first game to a tiebreak.
Timely wide serve gets it done for Lauren Davis.
Broken by her American opponent, the pressure of the situation was getting the better of the young Italian rookie.
5-0.
Just lost her way.
Leaving Davis to raise the bar and claim the first game, then securing her first break of serve.
Who read the play, stick or twist, she stuck.
Going on to take control of the match, on course for glory, taking out a 2nd break point.
And it goes the way of Lauren Davis, who really starts to make her move now.
The American only took hold of her commanding position further. In reach of the title, Davis unleashed. managing her nerves under pressure to blaze a path to victory.
It's a second tour title for Lauren Davis, and it's been a long time coming.
To kind of see the fruition of our hard work paying off, it's a really good feeling.
Little time to celebrate, with a flight to Melbourne tonight to begin her Australian Open campaign. Grace Evans, 7 Tasmania News.
3 of Tasmania's most decorated female cyclists are set to hit the road in Adelaide tomorrow. Georgia Baker, Nicole Frayne and Anya Lau will compete in the Cycling Women's Tour Down Under Stage 1. The action gets underway at 12:30.
Good evening everyone. A humid day today with Hobart reaching 31 degrees, Launceston 27, 25 in Devonport and Burnie 22. Across the state, Scotts Peak saw the top of 35 degrees today, Bushy Park and Strawn 33, 32 in Grove, Flinders Island and Friendly Beaches 25 and 23 in Low Head. Clear skies were experienced over much of the south and west of the state today, with low-level cloud persisting over much of the north. Further out, afternoon thunderstorms developed over a large portion of the mainland, with more settled conditions and cooler air over the south of Western Australia. Tomorrow, a high sits in the Bight while a cold front clears Tasmania, depositing a trough in the northeast, which will retrogress through Bass Strait during the day. This trough will link up with another, reaching into central Australia. Northerly winds tomorrow 20 to 30 knots, reaching 35 knots in parts of the south, west and lower east. And there is a gale warning current from Wineglass Bay to Stanley and a strong wind warning for remaining coastal and inshore waters. Partly cloudy and 21 in Hobart tomorrow, Richmond and Ooze both 22. Launceston mostly sunny and 27, Devonport reaching 26, 24 in Deloraine. 22 degrees in Burnie tomorrow, early showers and 20 in Strawn, Curry 19. And looking at the east, St Helens and Whitemark both 23 and mostly sunny and 22 in Swansea. And the UV tomorrow remains extreme across the state with sunrise expected at 5:53 a.m. On Monday, fine with some cloud cover across the state. Light showers about the northwest and northeast, mostly about higher ground on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, showers contracting to the west, south and northeast during the morning. 32 in Perth tomorrow, Adelaide, Sydney and Brisbane all 29, a shower or two in Canberra and 31 degrees in Cairns and Darwin. And currently mostly sunny and 30 in Hobart, Launceston, mostly sunny and 24 and 22 in Devonport. And a reminder to double check your fire safety plan ahead of the increased fire danger tomorrow, Lou.
And wear sunscreen. Thanks for that, Chelsea. That's all your news for this Saturday evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.